Let's talk about trusting the process. So often I have conversations with my clients around, I'm launching, I'm doing this and this, what else do I need to do? How else can I show up? What other activities, tasks, strategies, to-do lists should I be doing? And sometimes it's not about doing more, it's about trusting and holding space in the process. And I know that this can sound a bit, well, what does that mean? And it's so intangible. What does trusting the process actually mean, Sam? And when I'm in that space and no one's buying, or people are saying, I'll get back to you, or I need to think about it, or not right now, or maybe, let me just have some time. And you're left thinking, what does trusting the process actually look like? Well, that's what this video is going to be about. I think it's really important to recognize that when we run businesses that are service-based, so we're providing a service for someone else, or we're providing a service for a company or a group of people, and we're using the online space to do it, there is so much outside of your control. There is so much outside of your control. The things that you can control is how you show up, the belief that you have in your products and in your services, your energy, your mindset, and your content. You can control these things. You can control whether you focus on who's not buying or who is, who's saying yes or who's saying no. You can control whether you focus on, I'm going to show up with purpose today, or I'm going to spend half an hour looking at all the things that aren't working, all of the other people that are creating results, and compare myself to them. You can control all of these things. You control your energy, your mindset, how you show up, your content, and what you put out there. You can control what you focus on. And it's so important to remember this. When we are launching, we're selling, we're putting our offers out there, trusting the process is about recognizing 3 key things. And for me, these 3 key things are things I use all the time. Number 1, I give myself time. Time. It's not a rush in your business. It doesn't have to be rushing all the time. And for any of you that have been around for a long time, you know that I run a very successful, profitable, sustainable multi-6-figure business without running big launches, without having huge campaigns, challenges, funnels, really complex systems, purely because I give myself time. I give myself time to connect with my audience, to connect with my dreamy clients, and to launch my programs and my masterminds. I don't launch all the time. I don't have capacity all of the time. And I focus on giving myself time. So when you're trusting the process, the first thing I would really highly recommend is giving yourself time. And I know that you'll see online, okay, we should have a 10-day or a 2-week window for launch. Yes, you know, there are so many methods, and I'm not discrediting any of them because I use them too in different circumstances. But when it comes to how you show up and how you're launching in your business, you create the time frames. A perfect example, I had a client who is fully booked for one-to-one, and I said, let's start thinking about a group. Oh yeah, I'd love to do that, but I need your support. I've never done it before. Of course, that's what I'm here for. So yeah, let's do that. So I said, okay, before we actually set ourselves up to launch this, let's do a bit of a temperature test, see who's interested already, see who's in your audience already that could really benefit from this. She was like, oh my gosh, I would never have done that. Okay, cool, like what does that look like? Okay, let's just start putting things out there on social media, start talking about this idea, this concept, and see what comes through. She had 3 people confirm and join that group program before it was even launched. Time. So give yourself the opportunity to succeed. Sometimes trusting the process is trusting yourself, trusting the time that you're giving yourself, and not feeling like it needs to be this rushed process all the time. It doesn't. So that's the first thing, time. And there are so many strategies I can support you with when it comes to pre-launching, when you are launching, organic launching, social media launching, using your audience, warm leads, you know, organic conversion, all of that. So if that's something that you want to talk about, please just message me and we can have a conversation. The second thing I want to talk about when it comes to trusting the process is knowing your goals. What is the goal that you're setting yourself for this? And I do this in 3 ways: good, better, best. Good, better, stretch, whatever you want it to be. But knowing your goals, if you're going into a launch and you're like, okay, I want 20 people, brilliant. Do you know how many people you'll need to get into your conversations or into your DMs? Do you know how many people are interested already? Be aware of your leads, your numbers, and make sure that the numbers that you're creating and the goal that you're setting yourself is a stretch, but it's also achievable and it's motivating. Sometimes we just pluck goals out of the air, like, yeah, I just want 50 people, 100 people, 150, 1,000, 400. Where are these numbers actually coming from for you? In order to trust the process, we need to make sure that the goals that you're setting yourself are three things: achievable, motivational, and sustainable. So if you want to run a group program and it's the first time you've run a group program, is 20 people going to be sustainable for you? Are you going to be able to manage that number of people? Bearing in mind you haven't run a program like that before. So you want the goal to be achievable but motivating. So you don't want it to be too easy, but motivating, but also sustainable. Building your business is about sustainability. It's not about quick wins. I always say that. It's not about just having one launch that just woo, and then it's like, yeah, great, but then how do I do that again? It's about creating this steady incline in your business consistently. So knowing your goals and making sure that they actually do suit the purpose for those things, growing and scaling your business, but you being able to serve and give your best value. So time, trusting the process involves time. Trusting the process also means that you need to be really aware and mindful about what these goals are. And rather than just plucking them out of anywhere, really sit with your business, your social media, your leads, your numbers, your engagement, and track that as a focus point. That's really important. Use that as a director indicator, not just what you're seeing on other people's social media, you know? The third thing in trusting the process, and this is probably my favorite actually, is show up as if it's already done. I have clients that launch and then they're like, this isn't going to work. It's not going to work. So what do I do next? This isn't going to work. You know, well, what, you know, this hasn't challenged me how I thought it was, or, you know, what if no one buys? You know, we all go through that. You know, we think we press launch and then everyone's just going to flock in. And that does happen. But again, that takes time. And it also takes a lot of different strategies, and it depends on where your business is at as well. You know, there's so many variables in this. So trusting the process is a huge benefit for all of us. So when you're in that space of flux, you know, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. What if no one buys? Someone buys and you're like, this is going to be amazing. And then no one buys for a few days. What if no one else buys? Then someone else buys. Oh my God, this is going to sell out. That constant roller coaster, do you know what I mean? You do know what I mean. If you are an online service-based business, that launch roller coaster, I hear you, I see you, I hear you. So acting as if it's already happened, showing up like that, showing up knowing that you have a service and a product that is right for 6 people, 4 people, 3 people, knowing they're out there, they are out there, and having that inner belief. When I look at selling my masterminds, there are periods when no one buys. There are periods when loads of people say no, periods where people ghost me or give me their excuses or say next time or whatever they say. You know, this happens to every single one of us. And we have to acknowledge and be mindful and celebrate those people because everyone's on their journey. But then you also have to come back to your energy. I have to focus on the people that are going to say yes, that are dreamy, that this is right for. I have to hold space for that. So trusting the process in your business. I know that my programs change businesses and change lives. I know that. I know if they commit, they get results. I know if people are with me fully, 100% dedicated, it completely transforms their business. I know that. And I'm ready to hold space for those people. That's where my energy needs to be. If I focus on all the people that say no, it's going to distract me and detract me from the energy of all of the people that could say yes. So we need to make sure we're shifting into that space, acting and showing up as if it's already happened, because it will happen. But that does start with you. It does start with you. No one else can do it for you. No one can run my business for me. No one can do that. I have to get myself through those peaks and troughs, those highs and lows, the rejection, the celebration. I have to do that too. I'm not immune from this. Can I just point that out? FYI. I'm in this with you. I do this day in, day out. I'm in those trenches with you. But I choose to show up differently, and I choose to put my energy into the places that are purposeful. I choose to put my energy into things that I can control, things that I can maneuver, things that I can impact. I don't choose to focus my energy on all the things that are going wrong. That doesn't serve me, it doesn't serve my business, and it doesn't serve my future self. So when I say trusting the process in your business, understanding what that looks like, you need to really take ownership for who you are in your business and how you're showing up. If you're in the victim mentality in your own business, that's going to have a huge impact on how your business survives and how your business grows. If you're in the mentality of, I just don't know if this is going to work, if this is going to move forwards, you are responsible for your business. And is that the energy you want in there? Is that the energy you want to be bringing to your business? And yes, we have down days. We all have challenges and struggles. Like I said, me too. But I have to also be responsible that this is the business that I've created. So I have to think of ways I can shift myself into that space of trust. I have to take responsibility for what I'm focusing on. And remember, what you focus on is what you're going to get more of. Focusing on the no's is going to make those no's keep coming and keep seeming like that's the only reality. Focusing on the people ghosting you or not ready, that's going to make it seem like it's a reality. We need to shift into that space of understanding that what you are creating in your business and how you're showing up in your business is a direct reflection of what you're going to experience. And I was talking to another client about this, and she's going through some difficult experiences personally. And I said, this is one of the challenges of navigating being an entrepreneur. You don't have anyone to call in sick to. You don't have anyone that can cover for you or do this work for you. And I think that's really important for us to be mindful of, How do you navigate that and recognize that you are now a leader? You're now serving other people as well as serving yourself. And that is a big trusting in the process, trusting in the growth of yourself. So please remember, when I say trusting in the process, I'm talking about time, giving yourself time always. Being really acutely aware of the goals you are setting yourself and asking yourself how you will achieve them. How will you actually achieve them? I say this to my clients all the time. How are we going to achieve them? How are we going to achieve them? That's what I want to know. How are we going to achieve them? So if they say that that's what they want to get, I'm like, yeah, all in. I love that. How? Tell me how. And if they're like, okay, I've got this skeleton, I can add the meat to it. So it's so important knowing the how behind the goals. And the third thing is to remember, show up with the energy that this has happened. The only reason you've launched whatever it is you're launching is because you believe in it. So don't let the experiences of others impact what you're doing for yourself and your business. Don't let other people's decisions dictate how you change your life. Don't let that happen. If someone says no, that doesn't mean that you can't keep thriving and that you can't keep moving your business forward. So don't allow other people's experiences, limiting beliefs, limiting beliefs, circumstances, whatever it might be, to impact how you show up for your business and the results that you're capable of getting. Trust in that process. And if you don't fully trust in yourself and your success and that potential, then we need to work on that first, because this will just trigger that self-doubt and the self-sabotage. So trusting in the process it's so important, so important. I can't stress that enough. And I am here to, of course, give you the strategy, give you some information, make sure that these videos really, really do serve and support you. But I also want these videos and this support and this content to really get you to dig deeper. You are a business owner. Wherever your business is, and whether you're making £1, £10,000, £1 million, whatever you are doing, you are running a business. So show up for the business that you want to have. Show up and take this to the next level for yourself. Trust in where your business is going. Everyone has to start somewhere. And if you're showing up right now with your business full of maybes, I'm not sure, sometimes I'll try, how is that going to move you forward and propel you forward? If you're showing up in your business like, yeah, I know I can do this. I know I can do this. I know I'm going to fail forwards. I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to put myself out there. It's going to happen. Amazing. That's what I want for you. I want you to really be thinking about that. Thinking about how are you moving yourself forwards into this space of recognizing that this is a business. This is a business. It's your business. So trusting in that process. And I do hope this has given you some food for thought and some things to think about when it comes to trusting in the process of your business, trusting in the growth of your business. And I just want to remind you, you don't have to do it alone. In fact, I would urge you not to do it alone. And I talk about this a lot on my social media, but you don't have to do this alone. This is, I really don't advise that you try and do this all on your own, for your own, and it it creates a lot more of a muddled process, and I want this to be smooth. I want you to be held accountable, to be supported, to be celebrated, to have things made easier for you, so you don't have to do this on your own either. But like I said, if you want any support, please just reach out to me. Attached to this video is all of the links to things like our business bundle, which has over 40 resources from things like discovery call scripts, content templates, how to create content, sales language, sales mentality, your mindset, stages of a launch. There's so much in there. Plus, we've got freebies like my launch pep talk. And you've also got access to the Success School Self-Study, our flagship program, with 12 modules, 3 key phases from community building and social media, your business planning, and selling and launching. So all of those links are available for you, and I can't wait to see you and support you in more content coming up. But remember, trust the process, trust yourself, trust in your potential, and trust in the success that is destined for you. I'll see you soon.